Today I am going to be sharing with you how is it that I make this absolutely delicious, flavorful, and succulent whole oven roasted chicken. I hope that after watching this video and you see how simple and delicious it is, you are motivated and encouraged to try this at home for either a regular dinner or any special occasion that you might have. So make sure to stick around and watch. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Joyful Jessie. If you are new here, I am Jessie and I am joyful. I do believe that the Lord has done great things for us and that we are filled with joy. And I definitely believe that the joy of the Lord is my strength. So that is why I am joyful, especially in this day and age when things are so crazy. We cannot let those things take away the joy of the Lord in us. So we gotta keep our head in the game and remember that our joy comes from the Lord. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys how to make this, I'm calling it a holiday chicken because it reminds me a lot of Thanksgiving. It tastes a lot like, I use the same things that I use for my Thanksgiving turkey, and my mom and my kids all believe that it tastes so much like turkey. So I'm calling it my holiday chicken. You can, if you don't like turkey, you can make this for Thanksgiving instead. If instead of a holiday ham, maybe you don't eat ham during the Christmas time or the New Year's time, you can make yourself a holiday chicken instead. Or if you're just having a party or just a regular family meal, this is definitely simple to make and absolutely flavorful. So let's go ahead and get started. These are the ingredients that I'm going to be using to make our Pollo Asado or our oven roasted chicken. I'm going to, of course, need the star of the show, which is our chicken. Now I have about a 5 to 6 pound chicken over here. I'm going to be using a wedge of lime. I like to use the lemon, but I did have the lemon, so I'm just gonna try out the lime. I'm going to be using half a stick of butter, which equivalates to 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'm using the salted kind. I always use the salted kind. 1 tablespoon of sofrito, and if you would like to see how is it that I make my sofrito, make sure to check on the link above. It's very simple, under 10 minutes. I'm going to be using maybe 1 to 2 teaspoons of the parsley, and the same thing with oregano. I'm going to be using about 1 to 2 teaspoons of oregano. I'm going to be using 1 tablespoon of the adobo, 1 packet of the sazon seasoning right here, and some pepper. I'd say maybe I have about a teaspoon here. And then I'm going to be using 2 garlic cloves, 1 for the inside of the chicken, and then a little bit for the outside mix that I'm going to be making. So pretty much the very first step that I'm going to be doing is going to be to wash my chicken, take it out and dry it out. All right, my friends, my chicken is completely washed and I dried it. I pat it dried with a paper towel. Different people clean their chickens a different way. I like to run mine under the water, clean the outside, the inside. Gizzards did come with my chicken. I like to stick them back in there and cook them and bake them as well, along with the chicken. Now, our next step after our chicken has been cleaned is going to be to make the paste. And I used the paste to put it underneath the skin of my chicken just to make it nice and buttery. And then I put whatever rest I have all over the outside. So for our paste, I went ahead and I melted some butter in the microwave. And I'm going to first take my lime and I'm going to put it in here. Then I'm going to take my sofrito and I'm going to be putting 1 tablespoon of my sofrito in my mixture. So I'm going to put 1 heaping tablespoon in there. Then I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of my parsley and I'm going to add it to the mix as well. One teaspoon of my oregano. Oops, man, I'm messy today. 1 is going to be on this thing and 1 is going to be on the other one. And then I'm going to be adding my adobo. I'm going to be doing 2 teaspoons in the mix and about 1 teaspoon on the outside. I usually don't measure this, so I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's accurately about how much I do. I'm going to be putting about half of my packet of my sazon in here. And then I'm going to save the other half for the outside. And I'm going to be putting a little bit of my pepper in it as well. And then I'm going to take my 1 clove of garlic. I'm going to go ahead and add it onto my mix. This garlic press is awesome. And that was a nice big garlic clove too. Once I have all my stuff in there, I'm gonna give it a mix and it's gonna become a paste. You like to use more pepper, if you like to use more salt, if you like to use more adobo, hey, it's your chicken. Add it to your liking. So you see we have this nice little paste. Whenever I make my turkeys too, I make a paste as well. It is very similar to this particular paste that I make. So then I'm going to take and I'm going to, you can do it with your finger. I guess you could do it with the back of a spoon too. And you are going to push it so that the skin becomes apart from the chicken breast. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut a couple slits over here because I do want a little bit of that flavoring on the legs of my chicken too. And with the holidays coming up, if you don't want to make a turkey and you just want to make a chicken, a nice fancy chicken, you can go ahead and give this a try. Okay, so I'm gonna take with a spoon and I'm gonna spoon a little bit on this side. And then, oops, that's a fork. No wonder why it wasn't sticking in there. All right, then I'm gonna take another spoonful, so about 2 spoonfuls. And I'm gonna stick it on this side. Okay. And then you can simply take your fingers, hold like this, and push it in. And it'll simply spread it in. You don't have to stick your hands on the back inside the chicken breast. It smells so good, doesn't it? Well, first I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna use my hands and kind of put it all around. Okay, spread the rest of your sofrito all around. I'm gonna take the rest of my paste. I'm gonna put some all around like this.
It looks like turkey.
It does look like turkey. Sorry, I had to go wash my hands. Now I'm going to take my 1 remaining teaspoon of adobo and I'm simply going to sprinkle a little bit like this, okay, on the top to make sure it has a nice flavor on the outside. And then I'm gonna take it, the rest, and I'm gonna toss it in the cavity. Give it that flavor underneath of it. My 1 tablespoon of my oregano. Now I'm gonna sprinkle it in the rest too.
Huh? How to cook it?
I know, we have to cook it first. I'm gonna take my parsley and I'm going to put, of course with my clean hand, another teaspoon of that parsley, like this. Sprinkle that in there. And you know what? I'm gonna take the rest of this lemon thing that I had in, or lime, this is lime, and I'm gonna stick it in there. Then I'm gonna take my garlic. These are big garlic cloves. Like this. And now I'm gonna stick it in the rest of the cavity. Okay? And then I'm gonna take whatever pepper I have left. I'm gonna sprinkle this around here. Move it around. And then whatever I have left, I'm just gonna stick it in there. Okay. Then I'm gonna take whatever I have left over here. I'm just gonna stick it inside the cavity so they cook in there. Okay. And there we go. We have our chicken adobado, all marinated and ready to go. Now, go ahead and leave your chicken out for like 30 minutes, just so it kind of tries to soak in all the flavors. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place this in the oven and we're going to cook it at around 325 for a little bit over 2 hours. Maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes. Check your thermometer, use your thermometer. The longer you cook it, the more tender it'll become. My experience is that if I cook it a little bit longer, it's gonna get very nice and moist and the outside will be nice and golden. So depending on how big your chicken actually is too. Ended up cooking my chicken for about 2 hours and 25 minutes at 325 degrees. And at that point, when I put my thermometer in, my chicken breast was at around 175 degrees. But look how delicious and flavorful it just looks. I just can't wait to dig right in and enjoy this beautiful chicken. Now the remaining juices you see on the baking dish, you can actually use this to make a delicious chicken gravy to go over mashed potatoes if that is how you're serving this. You can simply use some cornstarch with some cold water to make a little mixture and then slowly add it into the gravy over a saucepan. I'm going to be cutting my chicken in half because with my small family of 4, we will only eat about half of this chicken the first time around and then the rest we will save for another meal. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my juices and just pour it a little bit over the chicken breast. Look at that. Look at how moist that is. Yum. Now is your turn to go ahead and give this delicious pollo asado a try. If I can do it, you most definitely can do it. If you already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you never miss out whenever I post a new video. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like and of course, once again, don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye.